In this question, we're shown a diagram of a community ice rink, and we can see that we're going to fence this rink, and so we're going to have fencing go all the way around the perimeter here, and we have to determine the cost of fencing in this ice rink when the cost per meter is $6.20. Well, the first thing we notice is that this rink is made up of a rectangle and half a circle here. So let's start by putting in a dashed line down this semicircle here, and that represents the diameter of the circle. And because this is a rectangle, this line and this line are going to be the same length, so this diameter here is going to be 26 meters. Well, if the diameter is 26 meters, I can draw in a radius here going in this direction, which would be half the diameter, or 13 meters. So we know that the length from here to here is 13 meters. Therefore, the length from here to here would be the 61 meter long line shown here minus the 13 meter radius, or 48 meters. And we know, because it's a rectangle, that this line and this line are the same. It's also shown here by these two dashes. Therefore, this length down at the bottom here is 48 meters. Okay, let me just move this here so it makes more sense. I'll put it just on that line there. Just move it there. Well, we've got, we know the length along here, 48. We know the length along here, 26. And we know the length along here is 48. All we have to do now is figure out what is this length here around the semicircle. Well, we know that the circumference of a circle is given by the formula 2 pi r. Now, we're only looking at half a circle, so the circumference in our case will be divided by 2. And we can see that these two values will cancel out. So our circumference for the half a circle is pi times the radius. And we know the values for both pi. We'll use, say, 3.14 for our value for pi, and our radius we know is 13 meters. And if we plug those values into our calculator, we'll get the circumference being 40.82, which in our case we should round it up just to be sure to 41 meters. So now we know that 41 meters is the distance all the way around here. Okay, so now we have everything we need to figure out the perimeter of our ice rink. So our perimeter will be the 41 meters for the semicircle there. At the bottom is the 48 meters long part of the rectangle. Then we have the 26 meters for the side of the rectangle, and then the 48 meters for the top part of the rectangle of the rink. So they again are this length here, circumference, 41 plus 48 plus 26 plus 48. And if we add all those up together, we end up with 163 meters is the amount of fencing that we're going to need. So how much is this all going to cost? Well, our cost of the fencing would be the $6.20 per meter, and I'll write it this way, 6.20 per meter, times the 163 meters that we're going to need. And here you can see that the meters will cancel out and we'll be left with dollars. So the total cost, when we plug that into our calculator, comes out to $1,010.60. And there you have it. The total cost for fencing this community ice rink is $1,010.60.